Okay, we are now at the next question. Alright, so let's read the question together. Kayla carried out an experiment to investigate the loss of water from 3 similar leafy plants placed in the same room. Okay, and the leaves of the plant were treated as follows. So what did Kayla wanted to find out? What did Kayla want to find out? Kayla wanted to investigate the loss of water from 3 similar leafy plants. So loss of water, okay, is what Kayla wants to find out. Now, how do we know that roots absorb water for the plants, right? And through the water carrying tube, that water that is absorbed by the roots is transported everywhere in the plant, and it eventually ends up in the leaf. All right. So one good way to learn about the leaves and how water escapes through the leaf is, of course, through reading your textbook. But okay, that's one way. Another way is to look at Google some good websites. Here I have one very good website. It's called evolution.berkeley.edu/evo library images interviews/stoma _diagram.gif. Okay, and you can see here a diagram of a stomata. Okay, a stoma, where the carbon dioxide comes in. You know that the leaf uses the carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. All right, and after the leaf use the carbon dioxide together with the water and the sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, glucose is made, and oxygen is given out. So here you have oxygen given out. Now what we do also know is that when the stomata opens up, okay, not only do the oxygen molecules escape, but some water vapor will also escape through the stomata. So that is how plants lose their water, okay, excess water, or how plants lose their water in the leaves through the stomata. Okay, so do check this out. Now let's go back to that place just now. Okay, now we do know also that because what do you call that, because of the leaves, water escaping through the leaves, right, we have the water being reduced more and more in the plant. Okay, so if you were to add or you were to coat the leaves with plants with oil, if you were to coat the leaves of the plants with oil, then we will have lesser stomata opening up to allow the water molecules to escape. So what I've drawn here are 3 similar leaves, and these gaps, this is a cross section of a leaf. I'm not interested to draw what's inside the leaf. We know that there are cells there, leaf cells, but here the gaps are what is representing the stomas and the stomatas. Okay, so we know that carbon dioxide comes in and it gets made into glucose in the presence of sunlight, and oxygen is given out, and the oxygen leaves through the stoma. We also know that there are more stomatas on the underside of the leaf as compared to the one on top. So if you were to put oil, let's use this one is oil. If you were to put oil on top, okay, on the upper surface of the leaf, then we will have some stomata being covered by the oil. Okay, can you see that? Okay, but because it is only at the top, the one at the bottom, okay, will still be open. So this is leaf A. Alright, for leaf B, the lower leaf surface were coated with oil, so only the lower leaf surface is coated with oil. So let's draw that coat of oil to cover up the stomata. So you can see that coat of oil will cover up the stomata on the underside. So this is leaf B. Whereas leaf C is the control. I've explained to you what a control is, okay? And leaf C has no oil coating it. So this is leaf A. Let's have a nicer color for that. This is leaf A, alright? And this is leaf B, and this is leaf C. Alright, so you can see now that leaf A has one hole covered in this diagram, one stomata covered, whereas the other holes, the other stomata, is not covered. So imagine if you are water vapor here, you can still escape through these holes, right? For leaf B, there's no other way for you to escape but only one hole here. And for leaf C, you have a lot, okay? So if you're a water vapor in leaf A, would you find it easy for you to escape? Yeah, right, because there's so many ways for you to go through the holes. There's so many holes for you to go through. Alright, whereas if you are a water vapor in leaf B, you will find it harder to escape the leaf because there's only one hole and everybody, all the other water molecules want to escape through that one. Whereas leaf C is the easiest because there's holes above and there's holes below. So you can see this, right? Now, of course, this is just an example for you to understand. Different leaves have different distribution of stomatas. Here I just drew one on top. Actually, there could be more than one. Alright, but let's not get into the details of that because I really do not want to confuse you. This is just to show you that if you were to put oil, coat oil with a layer of oil on top, okay, on the upper surface of a leaf, the rest of the stomatas on the underneath of the leaf can still act as escape routes, okay, or openings for the water vapor to escape. If you were to coat it on the underside of the leaf, then more stomatas will be covered, thus reducing the passages where the water can escape. Alright, and of course C, they can escape anywhere they like. So if you imagine you have water vapors here, okay, I'm gonna draw here. Let's say this is a water molecule, okay. Let's use blue there. Alright. If this is a water molecule, okay, and there are many of them, okay. So let's say 1, 2, okay, 3, okay, and more, a lot more lah. If you have water molecules inside here, alright, then you will find it easier for you to escape through which leaf, right? So you need to ask yourself which leaf would it be easier for you to escape. Would it be A? I think yes, because there's still many holes there. Would it be B? B would be the hardest to escape, okay, because there's only one. Or would it be C? Alright, C is of course the easiest. So if C is the easiest, that means which one would have the least amount of water vapor left? Which one will lose the most amount of water? Alright, the answer is C. So if C lose the most amount of water, so here you can see that the graph, C is the most amount of water, C the most amount of water, here C is the least and C is the least. Therefore, 2 and 4 is not correct. Alright, so 2 and 4 is not correct. And so I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to change that to red. Okay. Alright, so then you have left with 1 and 3. Now, if your answers is between 1 and 3, you know that B would be the least amount of water loss because the water can't escape. So the least amount of water loss here would be B, right? And so the answer is number 1, and you know that number 3 is wrong. Alright, so if number 2 is wrong, number 4 is wrong, number 3 is wrong, the answer is number 1. Okay, so let's check one more time. B would be the least amount of water loss. Alright, C would be the most amount of water loss, and A would be just below C because only some stomata is left. So the answer is number 1. Okay, so I hope what I've explained to you here you can understand. If you can't, as usual, go to this website and ask me questions again. Okay, if I can't explain to you successfully through this website, I will explain it to you when I meet you when school reopens. Okay, let's hope there's no haze on Monday. Okay, then I can explain to you. Okay, thank you. Keep your questions coming. Bye bye.